Welcome to Friday, Lifted from the Rut Friday action. Welcome to Lifted from the Rut Friday action. Hold on, we got to remove something here real quick. All right, cool. All right, there we go. We're good to go. All right, welcome to Friday Lifted from the Rut TV. You know, haven't done this TV journey in a little while, so I'm excited to be here with you. This is going to be every Friday, 10 o'clock Colorado time. That's Mountain Standard Time. And to give you kind of an overview of what is this going to look like, right? What is Lifted from the Rut TV all about? Why do I have all these books over here? Why is there a black bear behind me? All these good things. So first thing we're going to do today, so every week going forward, we'll have a live guest on with us here. Let's see here. We got a couple aspects going there. So we're going to have live guests with us, hanging out, chilling, talking about all sorts of amazing topics. So that is a very exciting thing here. We're actually going to send one of my new friends a message here, see if he wants to hop on with us today, because this guy actually just finished a really cool online summit that he did. So let me send this guy a message real quick. Let's see. Let's see. Putting people on the spot here. That's what I like to do. You got to put people on the spot here. Let's see if we get a response from that individual right there. All right, so here we are hanging out. And the fun thing is, I don't know where you're tapping in from, but we're going live right now on Facebook. We're going live right now on YouTube, and we are live right now on Periscope through Twitter. So that's the cool thing about using the Streamyard to kind of actually do those aspects and those kind of amazing things. So we're actually waiting on a response from a guy I just sent an invite to come hop on the show with us, because every week, that's fun. Let me send this guy a thing, no worries. All right, so we'll pop that back over there to good old Johnny. So here's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to do an overview of what the show's going to look like going forward. What really is Lifted from the Rut? What does this even mean, like right behind me? Lifted from the Rut. Highlight some cool events that are actually going on right now. Talk about the miracles. I'll tell a little bit of my prison journey miracles in that regard. And then a cool BOGO. It's not really a BOGO, it's a B2G1 offer going on today. So Lifted from the Rut TV, as you can see in the description I put out there, we're going to be talking about topics during this show about alcohol and drug addiction, freedom from addiction, gambling, living a transformed life, suicide ideation, fear of success, fathering from prison, criminal restitution interest, the Trifecta of Recovery, all sorts of topics we're going to bring you every week, not just from myself, but other guests and people from across the country. So that's what Lifted from the Rut TV is going to be. It's going to be for you. So one thing I do throw out there to people saying, hey, what kind of things would you want to hear about? What kind of topics would you want to hear about from that? So we're going to put a banner up here real quick and create a banner. We're going to put, what topics would you like to hear about? Would you like to see? Typing was never my big thing. What topics would you like to see on LFRT TV? And that rhymed. Pretty cool. Good stuff there. All right, so here's our banner we're going to throw up there. So what topics would you like to see on this show? We talk about all sorts of things, from living transformed life to suicide ideation to addiction and recovery and incarceration and criminal advocacy work. Just sit around and just banter and have good, fun chit-chat conversations. So that is what the show is going to be about. Every week we will have scheduled guests going forward each week to bring their own topics, their own conversations, and things that they want to bring and talk about, and just kind of go back and forth. So I'm gonna throw a little feeler out there too to some people. We're just gonna see what happens, just kind of at the spur of the moment. So we're gonna see if any individuals from my wonderful coaching group that I'm a part of want to hop in with this. So let's check this out. We're gonna go to. I won't show you kind of what I'm doing. Well, actually, I could show you what I'm doing here, but I'm not gonna do that. So we're gonna go to my Kingdom Influencer coaching group. And I'm going to throw an invite out there and say, hey, who wants to come pop on the show with me real quick? And we're going to see who takes me up on that. So this is kind of a fun thing. We're just going to have fun. We're just going to dink around, have a little fun, talk to you about the show. Let's see what happens here. Who wants to come on live on my Facebook show right now? Go here. This is going to be fun. Go to the link and hop in. First one wins. Let's see here what happens. This is going to be fun. I haven't done something like this before, but we're just going to have fun with that. So, all right, cool. Let's see what happens here. We're going to see who hops in the back office here, which is going to be kind of fun. So I just sent a thing out. So, all right, so there you go. So that's what the show is going to be like. It's going to be kind of random, but we're going to have some fun every single week. Gosh darn it, we need more fun in our country. We need to lighten up a little bit, have a little fun, laugh a little bit, have a little humor, and kind of get at that too. So keep in mind, we are live right now, so you can ask any questions that you definitely want to ask. I'm pulling up my Facebook thing right now to see what's happening over there, because I posted a few things that I'm going to talk about today, and I forget what they are. All right, so what is lifted from the rut? Lifted from the rut is this right here. Actually, we need to edit that because I need to take off sober open mic nights because I don't do that anymore. All right, so in my world, all right, here we go. Bam, done, updated. We're good to go. Now we're going to show you this. All right, so lifted from the rut. I am a trained interventionist, a recovery coach, podcaster, advocacy worker in Colorado. So this is going to be fun to see who actually hops on. I'm excited to see what happens with what I just put out there in our coaching group. First, we need to, typing was never my big thing. So here we go. All right. So lifted from the rut is, again, I provide intervention, Christian coaching services. I have a couple of global podcasts that I do and advocacy work. So lifted from the rut is all about helping people move forward in their life that are stuck in addiction, right? Just stuck in addiction. There's the website there, liftedfromtherut.com. So that's what Lifted from the Rut is. Okay, and I'm not here to like promote and be like, hey, go check out all the services I offer. But the important thing is knowing what I do, and here's one of the great reasons why. Hey, because yes, I do provide intervention, Christian coaching services, and podcasting, and I do a lot of advocacy work, right? But here's a reason why I want to share that with you, because this is beautiful work I get to do. So about 2 weeks ago, family reached out to me and needed some help with a loved one. And sometimes you hear the journeys, the stories, the things that people are going through, and you can kind of tell if it's something that's of urgent matter or not of urgent matter. And we talk through and say, hey, what are the right resources? What are ways that we can help your loved one and the family break free from addiction and go forward, right? So in that, we agreed as a team, it's a team decision that an intervention for their son would be a very, very important thing to do quicker than later, right? So we put the plan together, and I'll never mention anyone's names when I talk about these stories. It might be a man, it might be a woman. I'm just going to change it up as I talk about this. But the reality was there was a serious situation going on with the family, and their loved one, their child, desperately needed some help to get on the right track. So we rally the troops. We put together a plan. We talk about treatment options. We figure out how are we going to go forward and get out of this, right? And in that time, we agreed that doing an intervention was the most important thing. Now, sometimes interventions are invitational, whereby, hey, we need to have a family conversation. It's really serious, and we'll bring the family together in a longer term process, a strategic way to get the buy-in early from the loved one that might be suffering from addictions, whatever the behavioral health issues, whatever it might be, right? So we put together this plan, and in this case, it needed to be what we call kind of like a surprise intervention, if you will. And you'll hear people in the industry, and this is why, like, back in July, I did this whole program called the Art of Intervention Project, where it literally was interviewing interventionists and how they do their interventions, like myself. So we had all these different perspectives, right? Of like, you should, some people only do the surprise model where they just all show up in a living room and said, hey, you need to get help. You're going to treatment or else, right? Or the invitation, like, hey, we have concern. We're having a family meeting on Monday. We want you to be there, right? So in each person, 15 amazing interviews I did with people that do interventions, right? They're doing them for a while. They all had a little different thing about how they do them because they figure out what works for them, right? So in this case, it was a surprise intervention, and unfortunately, the loved one of concern did not show up. They did not come home the night before, so they were not available to be intervened upon, I guess you would. And so we hung out for a while, and we were hoping they'd show up, and loved one did not show up. And then, unfortunately, and out of the concern, not knowing really what was going on, we had Plan B in place. And in the middle of Plan A and Plan B, this young individual actually overdosed from I call it cornucopia of drugs, and wound up in the hospital and was basically breathing out of tubes for several days on end, and was officially released from the hospital finally yesterday to go to a treatment program where the doctor decided to just tell the person, hey, by the way, you're going to treatment. And that wasn't really the plan, but it worked out okay because this young man did not take off. He did not run. He stayed with his parents last night, and they kept their eye on him. And this morning I showed up at their house at 6 o'clock in the morning to meet him. I was not able to travel with them early today. Later this evening I could have, but was able to coach the father because the son was stable through this journey, and they are successfully on a plane right now, flying to treatment to hopefully change this young man's life. But during that whole process, we had to call all these audibles, and that's what I do in the intervention world, right? We put the plan together, and we may have Plan A and Plan B and Plan C, but the ultimate goal is to disrupt the family system to bring about change, right? Disrupt the family system to bring about change. And that is what I do in the intervention world. So that is what Lifted from the Rut is all about. It's about interventions, helping intervene. As my friend Scott Graham says, he's a professional interrupter. He is an interrupter. And in that interruption, he brings about change to family systems. That is what we get to do as interventionists, right? So I'll be bringing you really good tips and tools around interventions, Christian recovery coaching, podcasting, advocacy work, all those things. So second bullet point of what we had today to talk about was just kind of like, I gave you the overview of what the show is going to be like. Now I gave you kind of an overview of what is Lifted from the Rut. So if you all seriously have any help, any loved one struggling from addictions or their identity in Christ, or they're just struggling to find their purpose in life, there's my phone number. Call me or text me. Straight up, that's what I'm talking about. Call me or text me. And so I just want to let you all know that is totally 100% available to you as people that tap into my show and listen to my show. I got a couple of messages here from people behind the scenes. Can't do that. So we are on the fly. This is live. This is like what my day looks like a lot of the times, kind of bouncing from one thing to the other. So now we're going to go hop over to this. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about some cool events that are coming up. So I'm going to go pull up these websites because I want you to see some of the neat things that are going on. And then I'm also going to pull up this opportunity I have here for people as well. So yeah, if you're in, hey, we're live right now, so throw down some questions. I'd love to know what kind of topics you would like to see from a show like this, Lifted from the Rut. Again, we talk about addiction and recovery and incarceration and transformed lives and all these amazing things to bring people tools. Guests from all over the country. I'll be talking about my friend George here in a minute, who has a really cool summit that he's coming up. There's a lot of cool summits, and I'm going to talk to you about the journey of like cool business growth ideas if you're stuck in your business and all that kind of thing. So we're going to be bringing lots and tons of content as we kind of go through this. All right, so I'm going to pull this other avenue up here. So again, yeah, if you're tapping in on the replay or anything, hit replay, but put in like what topics would you want to see. For those of you that know me really well, you know the things I cover, and those that don't know me very well, you'll get to know me and the things that I cover. So that's all I want you to know from there. So whoever's on now, just kind of throw in a little post, comment, something like that on where you want to, what you want to learn as you tap into this show on a weekly basis. Every Friday, 10 o'clock, Lifted from the Rut TV is what's going to be happening here where you are right now, hanging out with me, having a good time, chit-chatting away. And you know me, I can talk forever. But I want to be bringing cool, awesome, immediate guests on to the show that you can have the benefit of enjoying as well. All right, so that kind of it for that. I'm going to tell you about an event that a friend of mine, George, I was trying to see if George could hop on randomly last minute type thing. George's an amazing guy. So I'm part of this really cool group, which I'll pull up and I'll show you, because sometimes people you just need a little push, a little shove, a little movement in your business to get you where you need to go. And can I get an amen on that one for sure? Sometimes we just need that. We need people to push us to the next level, and I'm going to show you how this kind of all went down and all began to where I'm going and the things that I'll be bringing to you all over the course of time. So here we go. All right. Awesome. Okay, so we are going to we're going to talk about a cool event coming up. My friend George, I'm going to show you his website here. A friend of mine, George, is putting on this Kingdom Citizen on Fire. And I actually like to say that out loud because it's really fun when you hear George. I'm going to pull his website up here in just a second to show you. So we're going to go check out George's summit coming up called Kingdom Citizen on Fire. So let me pull it up down here, and we're going to share our screen. And I love it when George says it because it just sounds so good, because as he is passionate, excited about what he does, and he talks about it, and he's just an excited guy. So let's share I'm going to share this with you real quick, and you can see what George is up to on this summit that he has coming up. So, all right, cool, we got it. All right, so here we go. I'm going to let you hear from George and it's called Kingdom Citizen on Fire.
Hey, Kingdom Citizen on Fire. Child of God, this is a program for you. Kingdom Citizen on Fire. This is where the fire in you, the Bible says, if that spirit which raised Christ from the dead lives in you, it will quicken your mortal body. That is the fire you have. The Holy Spirit is in you.
George is dynamite.
The fire, the energy to overcome every circumstance. Kingdom Citizen on Fire is a program for you to empower you for success. After you go on your knees to call on the God of heaven, the kingdom is supposed to empower you.
Now, how can you not want to attend an online summit with this guy? He is just totally awesome. And I want to show you too, because it's actually live December 4th and 5th. And I get the privilege of being one of the speakers on George's summit coming up. It's actually going to be on the 5th. I'm his end speaker at I think it's 3 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, I believe is when it is. But regardless, you got to go register for this thing. It's really cool. He's got some amazing speakers from around the country, and it's just going to be really neat. So that's Kingdom Citizen on Fire. And I love it when George says it, because he goes, "Welcome to Kingdom Citizen on Fire." And he is a passionate guy. So that's my friend George, who's going to be doing a really cool summit coming up here that I just wanted to share with you all and let you know about. The other thing I wanted to tell you about, oh, nice. Yeah, actually, there's a live, check this out too. So right now, currently, here, I'm going to copy this real quick. So currently, actively right now, happening at this moment right now, is a friend of mine. I have all these amazing people I've met through this Life on Fire movement. You know, I saw a Facebook ad, okay? I saw a Facebook ad. I'm like, oh man, look at these people. They're on fire. They're on fire for what they're doing. And so I joined this Life on Fire movement by Nick and Megan Unsworth. Totally amazing, you guys. I love what they're doing, and they inspired me enough that I joined their coaching program, Kingdom Influencer Coaching. I'll tell you more about that in January because they're having a new launch for something. But But here's all these amazing people in here that are doing so many cool things for the Lord. And I love, love, love that. Love, love, love that, you know. So right now, a friend of mine is actually doing, let me show you her program, because she's actually live like right now. So let's see if I can pull that up for you real quick. There it is, Transform Your Life. There you go. So my friend Ginger is actually doing her Transform Your Life. So I guess what I'm getting at is if you want change in your life, you got to take some action to get that change.
Piece puzzle.
Okay?
Y'all know
But
I
check
didn't go
this
to
out.
bed last night till that puzzle was done. You know what I'm saying?
Are you serious?
So so when I'm at my best, I am motivated. I am a go-getter. At my best, I'm warm.
So this is the
I'm
Transform.
a safe place. Okay.
This is the Transform Your Life Summit that my friend of mine, Ginger, is putting on right now as we speak. It's a 14-hour summit that she's doing right now too. And it's just awesome. So what I want to share with you and encourage people to do here is that if you want change in your life, right? If you want change in your life, just whatever the heck it is, change has to come with action. And when we put action behind our desires, the change is going to actually come out of that. So, but doing that was something that I took advantage of when I joined this Life on Fire program I did, which is really cool. Let me see here. People, I got comments coming in here in the back. Let's see what we got going on here with individuals. Because I threw a thing out there. All right, cool. Let's see here. Oh, that's fun. All right. Oh, cool. All right, so we may have someone join us here in a second. Again, I threw this out to my group. And I was like, hey, if somebody wants to hop on, can hop on. So we may have a guest here in just a second too, which is really cool because I trust people in the group because we're all like passionate about reaching people with mission statements behind us, right? So there you go. You got the overview of the show. What is Lifted from the Rut? Gave you an overview of that. Highlighting some cool events that are going on. And then this one is actually really cool too. So Identity in Jesus Christ is a cool event that I'm putting on as well. So we're going to go ahead and pull that one up here too, just so you can see what's happening at the Identity in Jesus Christ Summit. I know I've talked about this a little bit too. So we're going to pull it up just so you can kind of see what's happening there. So let me pull it up. And then you get an idea of all these like killer speakers that are happening and all the good stuff from that. So I'm going to go and share my screen again. I'm not going to show you, obviously, my video on that because I'm talking to you right now. But if you just go to identityjesuschrist.com, and it was through this Life on Fire and Kingdom Influencer coaching program, I learned like, hey, man, online summits are where it's at. And if you tapped into my Art of Intervention Project Summit that I did back in July, had a total of 44 speakers on that one, which was amazing. But this one right here, it starts December the 7th through the 19th. And I want to show you this lineup of speakers because we're going to be talking about all sorts of things about how to live victoriously in your life and expect miracles, which I'm going to talk about the miracles of my journey is here in a minute. Live the vertical marriage you always wanted. How to praise God for his promises. Build your prayer room. I mean, amazing things, but check out this lineup of speakers here, which is totally amazing. So Dr. Neil Anderson, who is the author of Victory Over the Darkness, Bondage Breaker, Freedom in Christ Ministries, he's like the king of identity in Christ aspects, right? Let's see if I can make this a little bigger for you too. A little bit, let's see. Yeah, there you go, okay. David Ann Wilson, Family Life Ministries and Vertical Marriage. Heather Rice Minus, Prison Fellowship. Chris Pleckenpohl, author of Faith in the Fog of War and Wells Branch Community Church pastor. Beatrice Bruno, the drill sergeant of life. Vance Johnson, former Denver Bronco, huge advocate, has a treatment center. He's an awesome guy. Corey Carlson, executive Christian coach. Sean Dunn of Groundwire and JesusCares.com. Alan Lisa Robertson, Duck Commander and Duck Dynasty. Craig Combs is over at Kairos Prison Ministry, which I get to be a part of. Jordan Mercedes, who is an amazing Christian coach, has wonderful programs, along with Brittany Rust. They're going to be participating in the speaker bundle, which is really cool. Jeff Spatafora, he does the Way and the Joy model, and you've probably heard of the book Halftime. And then Gary Brugman, who's over at Red Rocks Church. He's actually discipled my wife and I along the way too, but He does just amazing work with marriages and families around the country. And that's just a sampling of what you're going to get at the Identity in Jesus Christ Summit. So make sure you register. It is free. George's summit I just told you about it, Kingdom Citizen on Fire, that is also free. So you can check that one out. So there you go. There's your virtual summit updates from people. And let's see. We'll get to that in just a minute. So, all right. So there's that. So now, one of the things I want to talk about was, stories are a pretty big thing. And, actually, let me just go back to this real quick. This is the way it works. This is why I don't have guests on. It's kind of like, but that's fine. I'm cool with that. Sharing your screen. I don't know why I just said that out loud. But, so check this out. So, if you see the shirt that I have on right now. So, I'm going to stand up real quick. We're going to get rid of this. So, check out the shirt. It says, my identity is in Jesus Christ, not in my circumstances, 2 Corinthians 5:17. It's one of the shirts for the summit I just told you about, right? But today's Black Friday. Woo! How many of y'all are out shopping right now, having a good time, doing a shopperific, having some coffee at, I don't know, wherever you go. I'm actually not a big fan of a bunch of corporate chain coffee places. I like supporting the local people. Like here in Colorado, I like to support Atlas Coffee, Nixon's Coffee House. A lot of great ones over here, Corvus down the street from here. I love doing Nitro, which is awesome. But anyway, back to this t-shirt. So the Identity in Jesus Christ Summit I just told you about, it's a free summit. It's going to be totally amazing, 20 plus Christian leaders, right? But then we have these t-shirts, and the t-shirts go to support the summit. And the t-shirt sales go to help people that are seeking scholarships and things that maybe can't afford, like sober living scholarship, or they need some Christian coaching but can't afford it, or they need an intervention but can't afford it. So if you literally go to this website, I call it the B2G1 Jesus shirt. Ready? And here's what it is. The B2G1. So this is one of the things that you can snag today only. It ends tonight. Obviously, it's a Black Friday special, but it's the B2G1 Identity in Christ t-shirt. The one I have on right now, the one I'm wearing, the one in this screen right here in this image, okay? So we're going to blow it up a little bit for you. But literally, I think I blew it up a little too much. Sorry about that. Hey. We're going to go back here. There we go. Now we can see that one. Okay. All right, cool. So essentially, you just go to this website, bit.ly/B2G1 Jesus shirt. That's all you got to do. Spread the word. It's good stuff. All the money goes back into the summit. But you go here and literally just select your shirt. I want a medium. I'm going to add that to the cart. I want a small. I'm going to add that to the cart. And then when you go to your checkout, and you'll see down here that when you go to checkout, after you actually place your order, I'm going to email you and say, hey, what size free t-shirt do you want? That's all you got to do is just go to bit.ly/B2G1 Jesus shirt. And that's going to take you to this page. You can get 2 shirts, and I'll mail you a free third one in your order, so you get all 3 of them together. And then I will say this too. No, actually, never mind. Forget that part. So that is that too. So we've covered that. We're good there. bit.ly, B2G1 Jesus shirt. Actually, we're going to go, for the heck of it, we're just going to go check out and see if anyone's ordered any today. I'm always curious, see if people are tapping in. Because again, keep in mind, we're live right now. And we love for people to be encouraging, sending comments, posting those kind of things too. Let's see here. Let me let this guy know. Oh, that's right. He wanted to do that. It didn't actually have the link. That's hilarious. Let's see what happens here. Let's see. What is he working on? Let's check this out. I should probably it'd be fun one day to just kind of have me logged on all day and see how dysfunctional I am with running around everywhere and all those kind of things. So let's see here. Challenge names. Oh, there you go. Nice. All right, let's see here. Let's give him the link. Let's just do this. Let's just have a random spot on guest. So we're going to invite our new friend here, which is part of my coaching group that I am a part of. So we're going to send him a message. Go here. Kapow. Kapoom. All right, if you're tapping in, let me know where you're tapping in from. I always like to know where people are coming in from, what part of the country, and those things too. So Let's give him that and see what happens here. All right, so the other thing I want to talk about today, so now you've got all that information, is I want to talk about kind of some of the miracles of the journey. As I said in there, talk about the miracles that happen during the journey. And depending on if my guest wants to hop on here real quick, that might determine if I get into the story or not right now. Because there's other factors going on in my house right now as well, with the kids up and doing their kind of things too, and the ability to want to talk freely in certain situations in regards to what I do online. Kids are home this week from school. That's it. You're going back to school Monday. Woohoo! Thanks for in-person school. Definitely love that for sure. All right, here we go. Okay, fine. Let's see here. Nice. Awesome. Yeah, talking to my buddy Vance Johnson right now. He's got an email coming in. Nice. Awesome. Yep. I'll get that to you, Vance. If you're watching right now, I'll shoot that over to you as well. So we're going to see if this backdoor guest is going to hop on with us or not. If he does, cool. If not, we'll just kind of hop into what I want to talk about too. So, but the show itself will go, probably an hour. Usually guests will come on for 15, 20 minutes, talk about what they're doing. And then I'll share a little bit, and we'll have another guest come on and talk about what they're doing as well. And just going to have fun with this. I like to banter, get back and forth. We'll probably do some call-ins. I'll probably throw my phone number up there. Here, let's try that real quick. We're just going to throw it up there right now. Let's see. Call in and ask questions. Let's see here. Let's see if anyone will do it. Call in and ask questions. There you go. Let's see what happens. Call in and ask questions. We're gonna throw that up there too, and just see if anyone that's out there is gonna be watching. They'll say, "Yeah, I'll call and ask a question. Why not?" Let's see here. Here we go. Call in and ask questions. 970-331-4469. If the phone rings, the phone will ring. But that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have fun, have call-ins, have guests, have all that kind of stuff too. Probably not gonna wait around for the potential guests that we have. And based on a couple other factors going on here in the house right now, not going to go an hour today. Just wanted to give you a snapshot of what it is. This show will be fluid. It'll be back and forth. We have all sorts of things as I'm on here. Yeah, I'm going to be checking emails. I'm going to be looking at certain things coming in to see what people are reaching out to us about. Like right now, let's see here. I literally just received. Okay, we don't need that part. Okay, cool. All right. So in that regards, we're going to call it quits for today. But just know you can call in and ask questions next week. I'll send you out more details. If you're not getting updates on what's going on, shoot me an email at rob@liftedfromtherut.com. We're going to call it good for now. God bless and have a good day.